I've had enough and I am breaking up with my MAGA husband. I just went and talked to a lawyer today and filed the paperwork. I really don't know what to do because I don't work and he does provide for our family. And he's also a really good dad, but I just can't handle the fact that he voted for Trump. Are any of you ladies like putting together an all-female commune for those of us that have to break up with our MAGA husband? The last straw for me was like, how come you didn't care about all of the women that were sexually assaulted and killed by illegal immigrants? Like, come on. Like, that is such a MAGA talking point. Gross. And the fact that he even uses the term illegal immigrant, I'm like, it's time for me to go.
Somebody to tell me they're lying right now because of what the do you mean that I'm not gonna get my SNAP benefits? What the do you mean?
We are possibly going to lose our farm if NRCS doesn't hold up their contract with us on the EQIP program. Because of the executive orders, there's a pause or a freeze on the funding, and they're not able to pay out on the stuff that we completed or anything going forward.
Beyond betrayed. They used us during the campaign, the elected officials from the Republican Party. They actually told us that it was not going to touch the documented people.
I mean, you're an educator. You didn't vote for Trump eliminating federal funds.
No, I did not vote for that. I do not think that's what the voters want. If we have federal cuts, then that's going to mean bigger classroom sizes. I would lose teachers, first and foremost. It's devastating.
The American flag stands for compassion, kindness, liberty, justice for all. We're all human, and today I'm asking for one human act of compassion to please let my dad come home.
Quick question. Did you think that the American flag stood for compassion and kindness when you voted for who you voted for? Because let me show you something.
And the science and experience we've developed here will live on through you. On behalf of the board, the leadership team, and myself personally, thank you for your passion, your ideas, and your perseverance. Perhaps more importantly, while we assembled phenomenal individuals together as a team, we fostered an even more phenomenal culture together. While war in its current state will not continue, our culture will ensure so many of these relationships will continue going forward, both professionally and personally.
It's time to speak up. Well, it appears the joke's on me. It appears I have been the biggest fool alive. You see, before the last couple of days, I knew that there was a segment of MAGA who just hated, who just wanted to burn the world down and they don't care who they hurt. In the meantime, I knew there was that section, but I really, really thought that most of MAGA just didn't get it. I really thought they just didn't understand. They didn't understand economics because it's complicated. They hadn't studied Project 2025, so they didn't know what was coming. But I really thought when he got in there and started doing the things that hurt so many people, that they would realize and that they would, but they don't care. Y'all have been telling me this for 2 months, and I kept saying, no, we just have to explain it to them. We just have. Now, I know there are a few, and I thank you guys. You make it worth sticking with this. But over the last couple of days, I have realized that the majority of Republicans do not care how many people are hurt. And they are exactly what Palpatine said. They're the ones he was talking about when he said he could unalive someone in public and they would still vote for him. I thought they just wanted lower egg prices. I thought they were struggling in the economy and it was hard and they wanted their lives to be easier and they listened to that. And that's why they voted for him. But they don't care. They literally don't care how many other people in this world are hurt. See, the difference is I'm willing to pay more for my eggs. If it means no one in my country goes hungry tonight, I am willing to pay more for my eggs. If it means everybody can have an egg. But They really don't care. And I am heartbroken that so many in my country don't care. That so many won't go love their neighbor. But I want to thank those of you who are. You're the ones keeping me going. Go love your neighbor.
There are many in MAGA who are in denial right now. Hey everybody, Rich here at Leaving MAGA, leavingmaga.org. Been thinking a lot about just with everything going on in the country, how I know that there are people who are in MAGA right now who are in denial. They know that something is amiss in the country. They know that there's a conflict between their sincerely held beliefs and what their own eyes are showing them about what's going on in the country. I believe that many in MAGA know that deep down the president is a dishonest person. And this is why it's just more important than ever for us to keep an open mind and extend olive branches and let those who are in MAGA know that if they're confused and they're having doubts and they're questioning their belief system, that we want them to listen to those doubts. And being in denial means that there's some acknowledgement that they might be wrong about supporting MAGA, but no one wants to be told that they're wrong. No one wants to be told that they're mistaken. No one wants to feel like they're forced into apologizing. This is why we say at Leaving MAGA that we don't try to change anyone's mind. No one can change another person. The change has to come from within. So it's just really important for us right now to give that space, give that room, give that grace for people who decide that they are questioning and they need some support as they go through those doubts and that confusion. Make sure you're following us at our socials. Make sure you are subscribed to our newsletter at leavingmaga.org. As always, we appreciate you watching. Thanks for your support. Today's a day that I'm feeling a lot of remorse for having supported Trump and MAGA. Hey everybody, Rich here at Leaving MAGA at leavingmaga.org. Let me preface by saying that I am not making this video to elicit any sympathy or any pity from anyone, but it's just, it's one of these days that it's a stark reminder to me about the remorse, regret, and some of the guilt that I feel over having supported Trump and MAGA, not just as a mere voter, but someone who was an activist, who was a pundit, who worked on the Trump campaign, who donated to the Trump campaign, someone who was an unapologetic and public Trump and MAGA supporter as I was. And as the president threatens war crimes and probably nuclear war, it's just a reminder for me that I made a mistake. And I would ask all of you out there who right now have MAGA friends and relatives, I think a lot of them are starting to feel some regret. I think a lot of them are starting to privately and quietly have their own doubts, their own confusion, maybe questioning their beliefs. Maybe they're feeling a little bit guilt themselves about having supported Trump. It's just, today's the kind of day that, you know, it makes me think that I once supported the Republican Party, and perhaps it's cynical of me to say this, but the Republican Party will not do anything to Trump. Trump knows that. When I was in MAGA, it was a fantasy of ours to kill off the GOP and remake it and transform it into a MAGA party. And I think if it means holding on the power, the Republican Party would let the country burn down to the ground and rule over its ashes. And I don't think that would be too steep a price to pay in the minds of the Republican Party. So reach out to your MAGA friends and family today. See how they're feeling. Ask them if they're having any doubts. Are they questioning what they're seeing? I believe many in MAGA, if not most, know that something is amiss in the country right now. Make sure you're following us at our socials. Make sure you're subscribed to our newsletter at leavingmaga.org. You can get information on our support group, which is tonight at 7 p.m. It's online. It's for friends and family of those who are in MAGA, and also information on my memoir, One Betrayal Too Many. As always, appreciate you watching. Thanks so much for your support, everyone.
Hey, Mom, do you think that the Republican Party and MAGA are the same thing?
Absolutely not. I grew up Republican, voted Republican my entire life, and the leaders that I admired were incredibly respectful of women. They would never weaponize Christianity because they were not hypocristians. They lived their faith. They treated people with different ideologies with respect, not like enemies of the state. They would never raid the Capitol. I don't even recognize that. They handled hard issues, immigration and abortion, but with compassion. And I think because politics wasn't a game show, it wasn't cruelty for claps. What's happening now, that's not the party that I believe in. This is something else entirely.
So would you vote Republican again?
I don't know that the Republican Party exists anymore. This is MAGA. I will not vote MAGA.
I support Donald Trump, and I am a diehard Republican, and the amount of hate that I receive from the left on this page, it's pretty freaking crazy. And I just find it so ironic because the left prides themselves on being the party of love and acceptance, yet I receive the most hateful, hurtful comments from liberal TikTok. And I'm not talking about a blue heart emoji or someone like saying, screw Donald Trump. Like, I get it and I expect it. I'm talking about the people that come for you as a person and are leaving horrible things on your page that I can't even say on this video because it would get taken down. And it's both men and women. And as a woman, I would never try to bring down another woman for her physical appearance for any reason, let alone her political affiliation, and wish the things that have been wished upon me and others on this platform. Like, I don't know how these people sleep at night. And as for the men, I'm just like, who raised you? Because I was raised that men are to protect and respect women, not try to bring them down. And it's honestly just so sad the things that come out of some people's mouths and what they wish on others. I'm by no means saying that this is every single person on the left, because it's definitely not. There are wonderful people out there that have different political views than what I have and would never say these things in a million years. Just at the end of the day, for both parties, like, let's just try to respect each other a little bit more and be aware of the comments that we're leaving on others' pages, because you never know how that's going to affect a person and what they've been through in their life.
You didn't get a wall. You didn't drain the swamp. You didn't get affordable health care. You didn't eliminate the national debt. You didn't get new infrastructure. You didn't get Hillary Clinton locked up. You didn't get Epstein accountability. You didn't get a $5,000 Doge check. You didn't get a $2,000 stimulus check. You didn't get lower grocery prices. You didn't get help buying a home. You didn't get America first. You didn't even get peace. You lost family, friends, and credibility. So what did you gain?
Every American that's having trouble with this, I am sorry I voted for him. I regret it with all my heart. I feel like I've enabled this monster to destroy democracy, destroy everything that is good in this country.
We've got a very crazy man driving the train, and he's going to kill this country.
And Anthony, are you voting a straight up and down Democratic ticket?
Not only there, I am actually for the very first time contributing across the board, across the country. And I've never, ever written a check or spent any money on anything political because I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
I've been a lifelong Republican since the day I turned 18. For the first time in my life, I'm going to vote a straight Democratic ticket. Is if they're connected to Donald Trump, they are not connected to me.
So you now are no longer a Republican.
I am not, no.
Because of Donald Trump?
Because of Donald Trump. It was no longer the party that I joined. It's morphed into something that's almost unrecognizable.
You were a lifelong Republican.
Right.
If somebody had told you, say 15 years ago, that you are preparing to vote a straight up and down Democratic ticket in the midterms, you would have said what to them?
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
So why are you now doing it?
To see Republicans not stand up to him, and the ones that do are just quitting.
I just think there's no values left anymore. There should be values. We have no values. He doesn't have any values. I thought he had values.
No, I'm definitely voting Democrat. I been knocking on doors. I got a clipboard.
You're even canvassing.
I am canvassing for a Democrat
That's
in
how
Wyoming.
strongly you feel.
I believe hardly anything the president says, but I do believe he's a danger to this country and to our democracy.
Oops. It's almost like we weren't lying to you. But I'll say this, even though I will never forgive them for what they've done. And look, my forgiveness has no bearing on their life whatsoever. I'm glad to see that at least they are taking a proactive stance with this. Like, I fucked up. Now I need to put my boots on the ground and help make this better. And if you are any one of those people who is sorry for what you've done, if you're sitting back, staying quiet while democracy falls, just remember this. We know who you are. We'll remember what you did. And if the last thing that you did was vote for this man, that's how you'll be remembered. Now, if you go out and you start campaigning for real candidates who care about the people and you take proactive steps to make a change, that's how you'll be remembered. Owning up to doing bad shit is really hard. Trust me, I know. But you'll get a hell of a lot more respect. And the respect you have now, which is zero.
Like, I was all for fucking Trump. Now with Trump passing the law that if your kid's if you put your baby dad on child support, they're going to be getting the money from the child, like for child tax. How the fuck does that work?
The funniest thing about this is it isn't even true. These MAGA moms are all over the internet right now screaming and crying about how they regretted voting for Trump because right-wing men who love to control women have spread this rumor all over Twitter, and it's made its way here, stating that if you're a single mother, too bad. If a man pays your child support, he gets to claim your children on his taxes as dependents, even if he hasn't seen them in who knows how long. And they are breaking down. Is this how we win? Well, interestingly enough, it's kind of weird how you don't care how your vote affects anyone else, but you start crying and backtracking when it hypothetically affects you, even if it doesn't actually affect you. And it also shows how susceptible you guys are to misinformation and how misinformation will literally sway how you think and vote. But regardless, this is how we win. We just tell these single moms out here, spread rumors. Donald Trump signed an executive order stating that you have to pay your baby daddy's car note. Donald Trump signed an executive order stating that you have to pay your baby daddy's fucking mortgage and electric bill. And I guess they'll regret their vote. This is fucking hilarious.
Nothing brings me more joy than Trump supporters and MAGA regretting their votes. A South Florida man is regretting his vote after his life partner was kidnapped and now she's being deported to Cuba.
Vote for this, but I definitely voted Republican.
A desperate plea to President Trump from a South Florida man fearing his life partner could be deported to Cuba at any moment.
She does not deserve this. She's the sweetest person and she prayed for you. Cuban's not going to get deported, so don't worry about it.
Both were staunch supporters of President Trump.
When you said I didn't vote for this, what did you think you had voted for?
I really thought this was just going to be something organized, but it's obviously not. They just blanket everybody.
There are going to be people who say, you voted for this.
Yeah, I've heard that from people. I'm sorry. I didn't know that this was going to happen. This is about human beings. It's not about left or wrong.
Give me a minute.
This is a firm lesson, and fuck around and find out. And I'm glad that all of you are literally learning your fucking lesson by saying, I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know, good people left and right. No, you knew what the fuck you voted for. You knew what was happening. You just felt like you were protected because you were a Trump supporter and maybe or maybe not white passing. But guess what? Joke's on you. I will vote for Donald Trump. Vote for Donald Trump.
Oh, wow. What do I even say? Where do I even begin from? Because this is kind of really, I don't even know what to say. But these video guys that you have just seen, they are videos that are played a year ago. Not even a year ago. It's a year ago and some, So these are the video of the people, the MAGA supporters who are really cheering up the MAGA movement. They were really supporting like in full dose. Okay, they were really behind the MAGA, the Donald Trump administration. So they were cheering him up every now and then. They wanted him back to power, and it happened. Guess what? It really happened. Donald Trump came up to power, and he won the elections. Okay, and MAGA supporters were happy. They cheered him up. They were celebrating all over the streets. They were kind of really happy that he has won because remember, he was in the same race with, or he was racing with, Kamala Harris. And people never wanted Kamala Harris, majority. But they believed Donald Trump was going to make a big change. And that's why they supported him. That's why they cheered him up. That's why you see they were celebrating in the streets all over just to cheer him up and try to, to bring up this, to cheer him up and to make them known, okay? To make the statement known that Trump is back, is officially back. So guys, guess what really happened? Few months later, they started regretting it. They started crying. They started feeling the pain because they were warned, but they never listened. Okay? They started crying. They started to complain. Why? Like, I regret voting for Trump because I expected this and that. It's not happening. You have just seen, you have just heard some people saying that people were kidnapped and deported. Okay? And some people are even breaking up their marriages just because of supporting the MAGA. And it has been an issue right now. Many people are complaining. Many people are bringing up this issue. Like, why is it like we trusted you and this is how you have done to us? Guys, what do you think about this particular video? I decided to remind you just in case you missed this video because they are the past videos. But I decided to play for you so that you guys can see what really happened. And to ask you this question. If you are in United States of America, do you still support the MAGA? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to read your comments. Or if you really support it and now you regret it, do you regret the movement? Let me know in the comment section below. Or do you think that people are just exaggerating by the complaining? Okay, do you think that still people need to, things are not that worse? It's just that they are actually exaggerating. Let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to read your comments, guys. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, kindly consider subscribing, like the video, and let me know what you think about this video. Also give it a like. And guys, just to give a disclaimer is that this video is for education and entertainment purposes and creating awareness, and credits belongs to the original creators of these particular videos or clips that we've just seen. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, have a great morning, afternoon, and evening. Peace, guys. One love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.